We'll do it live.
Okay. No.
We'll do it live! Fuck it!
Hello and welcome to Eddie's Wall live on Facebook. We are filming here at the TransWorld Snowboarding Studios in Southern California. Before we get started, I want to remind everybody that this is also a podcast. So if you don't have time to watch the entire episode on your computer, feel free to download the podcast from iTunes or wherever you get your podcasts. And you can download it and listen to it when you're driving to work or doing the dishes or whatever. So it's just another kind of convenient way to listen to the show. If you are happening to watch this live right now, the best part about it is that it's interactive. So I can see all your comments and questions on my computer. So please feel free. The more questions and comments, the better. And we'll get them answered by our guest. And speaking of our guest, today we have someone that you might know from multiple video parts. Just to name a few, he was in Whitey's Happy Hour. That was one of the first kind of coming onto the scene videos that he did. And then he went on to Derelictica Films, the Forum movie That, and then the DC Mountain Labs, Must Be Nice from DC, and then MacDog Double Decade, and web series Polar Opposites with Devin Walsh, and of course now he just finished up filming for the Wildcats. Wildcats Never Die. This dude has amazing style in the backcountry and is also just a fucking kick-ass dude to hang out with. So please put your hands together for Mr. Iikka Backstrom. What's up, buddy? That's not awkward at all. Oh, this crowd. I love this crowd. You guys are amazing.
Thank you.
And cut it. Okay. So, Iikka, how are you, buddy?
Good, thank you.
Yeah? Originally from Finland,
Yeah.
but now you live about
Correct.
2 miles away from here?
A little bit more than that, but yeah.
A little more, like 4.
Let's say 5.
Well, let's kind of start from the beginning. I mean, you growing up in Finland, very small mountains, but it's good for kind of lapping the park, right?
Yeah, you take a lap. It takes about 30 seconds.
And it's just a tow rope?
Yeah, tow rope, hit a jump, hit another little feature, and then you're back on the
So just
tow rope.
kind of, so it's
Just
funny.
lapping. You go out like after school for 2 hours. You take maybe like 80 laps.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Yeah, so, I mean, it's funny because I think a lot of people, especially originally, thought, a lot of guys coming out of Scandinavia, Finland, and Sweden, and Norway, and the mountains there are not very big.
Yeah.
It's similar to, like almost the east coast of the States, but you guys get really good.
At jumping, not so much turning.
Okay. Yeah, there's always the struggle with entering the powder world.
Oh, exactly.
Yeah. Well, we'll talk about that, but I don't want to jump too far ahead. You were first. Oh, let me just make sure. Let's see here. Okay, cool. You were first. Looking at my notes here. Sorry, folks. You grew up riding with Eero Niemela, Eero Ettila, and Lauri Heiskari. Was that kind of your main crew?
Yeah, we had a bunch of other Finns too, and just like a tight crew of friends and lapping the park and having fun, being kids.
And when did you guys all start riding together and skating together and stuff?
I started skating first, but I think I met those guys a little after I started snowboarding, so it would be like 14.
14
Yeah.
years old. I was kind of talking to Jeremy Jones about this with meeting JP when they were really young.
Yeah.
And I mean, how is that coming from a relatively small country on the other side of the world from where the main snowboarding industry is, and all kind of growing up just having fun together and then slowly getting sponsored together and then turning pro together and even riding for some of the same teams and stuff?
Yeah, it's kind of a trip. It just start out, but we all kind of wanted to become pro.
Yeah.
But there was no like plan. I mean, we wanted to turn pro, but there was no like strict. Okay, we're going pro. We're gonna do this, whatever. But
Yeah.
it just all of a sudden happened, and all of a sudden we were like completely on the other side of the world, and it's like, holy shit,
Yeah.
you're here too.
Yeah.
This is sick. And it ended up riding with Lauri a bunch and
right.
Arrow and like everyone.
Yeah, and now Eero Niemela, he's your roommate here.
Yeah.
And Lauri and you are obviously on Forum together and on
DC.
DC together.
Yeah.
Awesome. So How did you first kind of get noticed and get sponsored coming from such a small area?
We all like competed together, half pipe,
Mm-hmm.
and then I was in the Finnish national team, I guess,
Yeah.
somewhat. I went on the camps and whatever, and Markku Koski actually asked me if I had a sponsor. I'm like, oh, not really. I get kind of hooked up by, it was Scott USA at the time,
Yep.
and he's like, would you be interested in getting clothes from Quicksilver? And I was obviously down.
Yeah.
Anything free at that point.
Yeah.
And so I just went on a few trips with Quicksilver, and instantly I started getting boards from GNU. Then flew to the States for 2 weeks, which ended up being 2 months.
Whoa.
And that's when we filmed for Happy Hour.
And that was your first time ever coming to the U.S.?
Yeah.
Whoa. And how old were you?
16.
16. Oh my
Yeah.
gosh. So you were in.
I instantly quit school.
Did you?
Yeah, pretty much. No, I tried like half-ass.
Whoa. Okay. So I never knew that. And then so Happy Hour was your definite like just everyone knew you after Happy Hour. So you had the famous. I'm sure a lot of people who are watching this saw the credits to that.
Yeah,
Which was
including my parents.
which is just you completely blacked out, and nominated for Rockstar of the Year that year for TransWorld Riders Bowl.
That was a wild night.
So,
Little guy in a big world. A little bit too much free vodka.
were you stoked on that and that they put?
I mean,
all
I
that
didn't
in
give a shit.
Yeah.
It was whatever, all fun for me, but
Yeah.
there's a lot of people that did care about it. I was like, and I heard a lot of bad comments about it,
Yeah.
but I mean, I knew myself, and
Yeah.
I was just having fun, and I was a little bit blackout drunk.
Yeah.
Caught on tape. Busted.
Busted. So from there, you went on to you were on Sims for a bit and Planet
yeah,
Earth.
Planet Earth,
Yeah.
Sims. And after that, got on Genius with you and Peter.
Yep.
And then
How did that end up happening? Like, who approached you about Genius?
Probably Peter.
Yeah.
I would think it would be Peter. I don't really remember.
Yeah.
Blurry times.
Yeah. Blurry times.
And then Genius kind of went under, right?
Yeah.
And everyone switched over to Forum, and I wrote Forum for a year then.
Yeah, it's funny because I always pictured you. I always just thought you were on Forum for longer, but you were
No, just one season.
just one season, and then
And then my contract came up, and then it was like, they kind of told me they're going to concentrate on Lowry. So I was like, all right, I'm going to go and find something else. And
Right.
then DC came on.
Right. And I think at that time too. Well, had you been riding DC boots before that, or were you headed
No.
to Forum?
No, it's hit.
Oh, okay.
Now it's Planet Earth clothing still, and then I
Right.
was on Forum boards and
Boots.
I don't know if I even. Yeah, I was on Forum boots
Okay.
and bindings. Yeah.
Actually, Gunson, do you have some of those days? We have. Let's see if we can bring this up. We have a little slideshow. If you look right here, we're gonna try to bring up. This.
That's me.
That's Iikka, with a dick drawn on
Dick
your
on my
forehead.
forehead.
I think that's in Japan.
Classy.
Maybe during one of like the That tour.
Yeah.
That's in Japan. What's this one? Iikka and Cole Barish.
Cold bearish. Always the best times.
I don't know where that. I think that's actually in Mexico. And then
Probably.
the filming with that. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then let's see. I think we had some other ones here. Oh, Boozy the Clown. That was a Halloween that we spent together in Laguna.
Oh.
In Laguna
very cool.
Beach. And random naughty nurse there.
Oh yeah. We
No,
got
naughty
pulled
police. Oh, Chris Duffy, Iikka, wife beater.
Wife beater. Very cool.
And then this was in Bjorkliden,
Oh yeah.
filming for DC.
Sweden.
Yeah. So, anyways, little throwback there.
Okay.
Let's see okay. We got a question. Brad Kramer, if this is the real Brad Kramer or the Brad Kramer we know, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Ask Iikka about his first time snowmobiling in Sonora Pass. Well, hello, Brad. Thank you for watching. Brad Kramer, big inspiration to all of us.
He helped me a lot.
Okay, first time snowmobiling in Sonora Pass. Let's hear it.
I was doubling with Brad, and he just kept whipping me around. I was flying off the snowmobile, and pretty good times. I remember Whitey was there snowmobiling too, and he kept getting stuck, and all we can hear, like, just all of a sudden you hear, "We fucking landed in the moon 50 fucking years ago. You still can't make a snowmobile that doesn't get fucking stuck." It's pretty funny. But yeah, that was the first time. I don't think I ever rode the snowmobile. I was just doubling with Brad, and he was a good snowmobiler back there.
That's awesome.
That was fun.
Taylor Boyd, what's up with your mini ramp, and how do you get an invite? Yeah, Iikka has a pretty kick-ass mini ramp in his backyard.
Hit me up.
All right, hit him up. Well, Taylor,
the mini ramp is there. It's a little bit in rough condition these days. I got some skate light for it that I gotta pick up. But yeah, I'm gonna skate.
Yeah, talking about your skating. I mean, you've skated a lot throughout your whole life. I think you're a really good skateboarder. How do you? I mean, is your passion just always been in skating? Did you start off skating, or?
I started skateboarding first, and then started snowboarding, which is funny. I started skateboarding goofy, and there was only regular snowboards, so I snowboard regular. I'm one of those guys.
Wait, what do you mean there was only regular snowboards?
They didn't have a goofy snowboard set up.
Where you, like, when you first got a snowboard?
Yeah, it's actually the resort that UC grew up riding. I went to the rental place, and they're like, "Oh, yeah, you're a regular." I'm like, you sure?
You're like,
yeah, you are. I can tell.
You're like, okay. Yeah, so you skate goofy and you snowboard regular.
And surf regular.
That's so weird to me.
Yeah, I've been thinking I am probably goofy.
Right.
Like I probably should be snowboarding goofy.
Right. Do you find yourself, do you find it easier to maybe do some switch tricks, or, because I guess it depends, because everybody has like their switch tricks that are easier.
In snowboarding, like taking off and landing is a little easier switch.
Right.
Oh, I mean, not easier than regular, but
right.
It feels a little more natural. Riding switch is always riding switch. It always feels weird.
Right.
Because you're set up as you're not set up.
Right.
Perfectly.
Well, what
and
about
in
skating? Do you think being snowboarding regular foot is because to me it's so mind bending to skate goofy and to surf and snowboard regular. Like,
yeah,
it makes no sense to me.
I know, me either.
So in skating, can you do some switch tricks? Do you think a little easier or not really?
No.
Yeah.
No
okay.
way.
Yeah.
Switch is. I don't even bother trying to switch.
Same
anymore.
here. Yeah.
It's like, why make it?
I'm like, I'm
it's
not
gonna look ugly.
Yeah. I'm like, I should probably try to get like okay at skating regular before I try a mob switch flip.
What am I gonna do with this switch kickflip? Right on. That was ugly.
Damon Gignac, great question. How and when did the friendship begin with you and Devin? And because to me, from just we've known each other for a long time, but I think that when you kind of first started filming with Devin, because before that, I mean, you were hitting tons of park jumps, you were hitting a lot of street rails,
yeah,
and kind of doing what we were all doing. And then when you met Devin, I felt like you just flip switched, and you were like, all right, I'm gonna do what Devin does.
Yeah, it was. I was way into the streets because that's what we had in Finland. Yeah, and but when I started riding with him, it was a year before that movie. Mm-hmm. I was just like, I need to start riding backcountry if I want to keep up with him, and I really like riding with him, and then I feel like the feeling was mutual, maybe. I'm not sure.
No, I think Devin definitely kind of took you under his wing.
Yeah, so we got along, and then it was like, fuck, I'm gonna spend the time that I spend hitting street rails, gonna spend that time riding the mountain, and like, because I didn't grow up riding powder or anything like that, so I needed to ride around to warm up, Right. So I guess that's where it kind of came from. I took a couple of really bad slams on some street rails that really definitely like kind of made me think about it too. And then the last nail in the coffin was when I was flying back from Zoomies 100K, like the thing in Colorado. I was flying back, and I was on the flight with Arto. Sorry, no big deal.
No big deal. I think I remember that Zoomies because wasn't he blacked out and like we found him in the ditch? like almost with hypothermia.
Exactly. We were drinking Jaeger. Still can't drink that to this day. Yeah, he was going through a snowboard magazine. He's like, dude, snowboarding's pretty cool when you guys are in the mountains, but why the fuck do you come to our spots?
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, I don't know.
You're like, well, I'm never gonna go to one again. So, yeah, yeah, I could see that. I think a lot of skateboarders are kind of
called
confused.
out by Arto Sari, my biggest hero.
and I think it's more like they're just confused as to like,
but that wasn't
you can
like the
be
reason.
If you can be in these amazing mountains, like what are you doing down in the city?
I still respect the streets.
Yeah, absolutely. If you're just tuning in, you're watching Eddie's Wall. We're here at the TransWorld Snowboarding Studios with our guest, Iikka Backstrom. Please comment in your questions. The more the better. We love questions, and we'll get them answered for you. And again, if you don't have time to watch this, we do have a podcast. All the episodes are on a podcast, so please feel free to download those. Also, real quick, shout out to Pizza Port for bringing us these beers today, because these are really good. This one's called the Kook Double Indian Pale Ale, which is pretty rad.
I just got a Pilsner.
Yeah, so,
Delicious.
you know, I mean, it's 1:15 p.m. Come on, guys.
And Thursday.
Yeah, and a Thursday. You know, it's time to start this weekend off. Well, real quick, before we get to a couple of these other questions, you know, talking about Devin, I always thought, you know, you were talking about street rails and how they're really gnarly and easing into the backcountry. But the one thing I had always thought is when I was hitting handrails, and this is a funny thought, but when we were filming handrails, I always realized, hey, at least we're in a city, so we're within about 10 minutes of the nearest hospital.
Yeah.
So I was like always conscious of that. But in the backcountry, I would get pretty freaked out because I'm like, okay, if I get super injured out here, it's going to be a while before I get help.
You need to keep that in mind, and
Yeah.
it's definitely not the best place to get hurt.
Right. Yeah.
But yeah, it happens, and you got to be ready for it, and you need to just stay calm and smart.
Yeah. And the good thing too is that Whistler, where you film a lot, has self-service. So does it or no? Maybe not where you're going now because you have to go deeper. And
you're gonna go pretty deep.
Yeah.
We got satellite phones.
Okay.
And we know the areas where it's gonna be self-service, so everyone kind of knows what to do if shit goes down.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's been some bad situations.
Yeah. I can only imagine. Yeah. Definitely. Okay. Couple questions. Jerry Lee Sasaroth. Did you ever feel that trying to ride backcountry with those guys improved your riding?
Definitely.
Yeah.
For sure, 100%.
Yeah. What was it like in the beginning when you were kind of new to landing in powder and hitting some of these big like the Devin pat downs and stuff?
Yeah, I hated step downs. I'm like, I can't see anything, but then I just learned it's so much more fun hitting step downs.
Yeah.
But yeah, I would be like perfect in the air and just so like once in a blue moon I'd ride out of the thing. I was like, what the fuck happened?
Yeah. And then, I mean, how was that? Obviously, you looked up to Devin a lot, and then all of a sudden, you guys are just like, you know, homies filming together every day. You know, how was that experience?
It was trippy, but it was like just all like natural. He'd never made a big deal about it, and I don't know. It was just we got along well.
Yep.
We were into the same kind of snowboarding. Well, I got into the same kind of snowboarding he's into, and then we started riding a lot, and then we were in the same team, so we were traveling, we were doing all this stuff together, and it was pretty natural.
And at what point did he kind of bring you into the Wildcats crew, or did you technically?
It was kind of like a similar, same era.
Time.
Yeah, because I always hung out with Pavel, and Pavel was a Wildcat.
Right.
So,
is there some sort of an initiation or a party, or is it just kind of like, oh yeah, at some point they're like, oh yeah, Iikka, he's a Wildcat.
Yeah, it kind of happens.
It just kind of like happens.
Like we hung out with all those guys, and all of a sudden they got us this like Wildcat, little metal things.
Yeah, like a pin or something.
Yeah, no, for a chain.
Oh, for
what is it called? Like
a medallion or
whatever it is.
It's a gang basically.
Yeah. It was sick.
Okay, David Blackwell, how many times have you thrown snow into your face because someone with a camera told you to?
come on, Brad. Brad did that to me.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, that was one time. One time.
One time. That's it.
He's like, just throw the snow on your face. One more time. One more time. I was just filming the whole time. I didn't get it.
Chase Catania. What's your favorite place to ride in Tahoe, resort and backcountry?
Don't really ride backcountry in Tahoe anymore. So that would be Sonora because it's the only place I've been to.
Sonora. Kind of close.
I don't even ride there. Ever, really?
Yep.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
I've been to North Star. It's a pretty fun park.
Yeah, North Star is a super fun park. I like Kirkwood. Kirkwood's the jam.
Really?
Yeah, it's like this resort way down
rode,
south Lake, and really good backcountry. Or like,
what's that one place that people ride powder at?
oh, like Squaw or
Yeah, Squaw. I
yeah.
rode Squaw once. It's
Yeah.
horrible conditions, but that place was...
rode Squaw once. Horrible.
No, the conditions were so bad, but
Right.
it seemed like it would have some fun stuff to ride.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah. Squaw's amazing. And then
I
backcountry.
wish like Tahoe got more snow. I
Yeah.
guess this year is better.
Yeah, it went through a pretty bad dry spell for a little bit there, but yeah, I mean Red Lakes and Blue Lakes has a lot of.
I would love to hit those jumps. They look so cool. Like
Yeah.
with everything in Tahoe looks cool with the trees and
Yeah.
it just looks different than Whistler.
Then Whistler, there's just
That's-
all empty and open. Jerry Lee Sasaroth. Have you ever been in a fist fight and do you sneeze on your fists to do poison damage?
Yeah, I guess sneeze into your fist or
Would people do that? What is that?
I don't know.
Or maybe it's like if you sneeze on your fist and then you punch someone in the face, it's like, I don't know. That's a weird, interesting question, but thank you.
Have I ever been in a fist fight?
Oh, yeah. There you go.
Not really.
No.
In school, it was more of a slap fight.
Yeah.
We tried to go fist, but I was
Yeah, you're
scared to actually hurt.
I hate you, but I don't want to hurt you.
I don't fuck around with that shit.
No, yeah.
Dude, I'll get my ass kicked for sure.
Yeah.
And there's no point of being around that shitty fighting scene.
Yeah.
I always leave.
Yeah, I agree. Donnie Stevens. Hey, Donnie, how you doing? Anyway, we can queue up Iman's Raya dating app video.
Thanks, Donnie.
Thanks for that question, Donnie. I love it. Can we do that? No? Oh, man. Well,
Donnie's an idiot.
I think Donnie, thank you for that question. Iikka, what's a Raya? Can you explain that for the people who don't know?
Oh, it's a dating app.
It's a dating app, but I've heard that it's like Tinder, but you actually have to be approved to be on it. Like
It's pretty fucking hilarious.
you have to like look
Yeah.
hot or something.
No, I don't know what it is. I don't want to talk about
You
it.
have to be pretty cool. I don't want to. He's like moving right along.
Yeah. Let's go to the next one.
All right, Robert Wallner. Who has more style on a snowboard, Devin or Iikka? Iikka's like, clearly me.
That's a tough question. I'm glad you asked that.
I'm glad you asked that so we can clarify. He's like,
No, I think Devin, obviously. He's the fucking style master. I just copy his shit.
no, but yeah, you guys have epic steez. Tom John Hogg Lena Twitz. This is awesome. We get a lot of the same people coming in week after week with the questions, so thank you. What's your favorite color? Good question.
Black, red.
Black and red. There you go.
Anything?
Drew Williams. Iikka, do you still drink beer and yell obscenities like your part in Happy Hour?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nothing has
We're
changed.
drinking beer now. Okay. Brian McDonald. What's your favorite video part that you've ever filmed? That's a good question.
Favorite video part?
Oh, wait, hang on. Sorry. Okay. Favorite video part ever filmed?
Probably my the Mac Dog part. Probably was one of my favorite. With
In
the
Double
worst
Decade?
song in the world.
Double Decade?
Yeah, I
whip
can't
it?
even watch it.
Whip it good.
Thanks, Brad Craver. Love you.
But yeah, that was your favorite as far
I mean, as far as footage, I think I was felt like I had a pretty good year. DC Must Be Nice was a good year for me too, I think.
Yeah. Jonathan Ricker, have you ever considered slamming a kook double Indian pale ale, then pond skimming the English Channel switch?
Excuse me?
Wow. Well, we got the double Indian pale ale here. We don't have the English channel.
No.
Good and very random question. Jeff Henning, I come from Big Bear, Cali. Shout out to Big Bear. Do you like riding there? I know it doesn't really have any real backcountry, but the park is the best.
I love riding Big Bear.
Yeah, you
That's
go up
awesome.
to Big Bear every once in a while, right? Like,
Yeah,
especially
I
in
go
the
early,
preseason.
early season. It's so fun just to jib around and do that stuff. I wish I got to ride it in the springtime more.
Yeah.
When it's like slushy.
Yeah, yeah.
'Cause usually when I go there, it's icy.
Right.
But yeah.
Jerry
I'm
Lee
down.
Sasaroth, do you have any tips for dropping in first time down a big line?
Maybe like the best advice is to choose your line wisely. Like choose something that you know you can rip and move on from there. I heard that from probably David Benedict, and I think he heard it from Jeremy Jones or something. But I think that's a good. If you go down the line and you look like, it's just always better when you're like ripping it. You're comfortable with it.
Right, rather than picking a gnarlier line that you're like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god.
Yeah, and you pick your points and
Yeah.
just, I don't know, keep your speed up. I think that's the main.
Yes.
Main goal.
Because when you do lines and you're going slow, it looks horrible.
It looks horrible, and you might get caught on your slough. And
Yeah, it looks like when I
Get
film a
wiped out.
line skateboarding, and I'm like, that was sick, and then you look at the footage and you're like,
yeah,
it's horrible.
you definitely want to keep your speed up for sure.
All right, keep your speed up. Peter Anderson, best story you promised never to tell when living with Mikey and Arrow.
Oh wow,
Did you ever live at the, what was that house?
8
The
Mile.
8 Mile house?
I never lived there, but
Just
I hung out at 8
a
Mile
lot.
a lot. Yeah.
I heard some weird
Uh,
stuff went down there. Just like peeing in the corner during the
Oh, yeah.
parties, like just like
A lot of peeing bad.
peeing the bed.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Best story.
Did you ever pee the bed?
No.
You've never peed the bed drunk?
Never in my life. Swear. Probably pissed like the floor or something, but
Never in the bed?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. Just curious. See if we can get a little, a little bit out of you on the live air here. Can you tell who peed the bed? Or no, maybe not throw anybody under the bus. Yeah. Well, everyone knows who lived at the 8 Mile house, kind of.
yeah, there's
Okay.
about. Yeah, I mean, I think what happened at 8 Mile stays there.
Jeff Casey Jr., favorite run at Mammoth?
I never know any run names.
Right, yeah. But any kind of general area?
I really liked lapping the park last early season.
Yeah. Okay.
So I think that would be it.
Oh, Ero Niemela. It's your roommate.
Why is he asking me what my worst injury is?
What's your worst injury in snowboarding and skateboarding? That's a good question, Ero. Thanks for tuning in, buddy.
Worst injury? I don't know. Probably skating when I was pissing blood.
Oh, no.
I mean, it's not the worst, but it was
That's
kinda-
pretty gnarly.
It was pretty gnarly.
What happened?
I credit carded myself super hard, and I was just pissing blood.
What?
Yeah, I was like, went home, like, it was like a 2-hour drive, and I was taking a piss. I'm like, oh, that's blood. Definitely blood. And it happened. It went on for a little bit, but...
Did
when
you
I
go
went
to the
hosp-
doctor?
I went to the hospital. I was like, yeah. Oh, yeah, that's blood.
Yep, that is
Cool.
blood.
And then, whatever, they did, like, full like, scan on me, and then, yep, just, it'll heal up. And that was it.
All right,
But it was kind of sketchy.
good question. John Antowski, what's up, John? What is the initiation to join the Shanty Boys? And what is the Shanty Boys?
Shanty is a bar
Oh, yes.
right down the street from my house.
It's an awesome bar.
I don't think there's any initiation.
No
I think
initiation.
you just need to get shit-faced with us.
You just need to go out and get blacked out drunk.
Yeah.
Asaya Remington, what's your favorite? Where is your favorite place to ride in Vermont if you've ever been there?
I've been to Vermont. I've been to Killington.
Yep.
Very icy.
Yep.
Yeah,
You went to the right place.
I think that would be my favorite place to ride then.
All right.
That's the only
Killington.
resort that I've ridden.
Gabriel Gielen, I want to see your tattoos. Hey, look at this. Come on, show a couple of your tattoos.
There's a couple.
He's got a bunch of tattoos.
There's
When I
good.
met Iikka, he didn't even have any. Look at this is his latest one. This is actually pretty crazy. This is Easy E, and it says Easy Does It. and it's got the Compton logo.
Pretty down with that.
Pretty down with the Easy E.
Yeah, Easy is what me.
Don't you have like do you have like random ones, like an ice cream cone or a pizza slice or something?
I have some random ones. I have some funny ones.
Can you take your pants off? Is that awkward?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty awkward.
Yeah. There's a couple.
What's some of the random ones?
I have like heads or tails. There's a bet that we lost, and then one that says bike or die.
Bike or die?
Mm-hmm. It was me and Mikael. We rode bikes from Squamish to Vancouver. Took us 6 hours, I think.
And then went and
We were
got
on like
tattoos?
shitty like female mountain bikes. And we got tattoos.
All right. Bike
classic.
or die. John Vance, favorite trick. Jordan Vance, favorite trick.
Favorite trick?
Yeah. Switchback 180 no grab.
That could be one of them. I think frontside 360s. This feels so cool.
Nice.
I don't know.
That is one of the scariest tricks to me ever. Barry Scott, anywhere in the world you haven't ridden that you would still like to go?
I would really, yeah, Alaska. Obviously, like the main part of Alaska. I would really love to go.
Have you not been there yet?
I've been to like border Alaska, but it's not the same.
Right.
Like I would love to go to do a shit my pants, go heli.
Yeah, absolutely. What is it like, coming from Finland and being this young kid who's more into park and rails, and then showing up to Whistler, which is the epic mecca epicenter for backcountry riding, and now you're at the point to where you're, one of the main kind of locals there in a sense. Like you're in the backcountry, the backcountry there probably better than most people.
Debatable.
Debatable. Yeah, but
Yeah.
What does that? How does that feel?
It feels pretty cool. It's trippy.
Yeah.
But I don't like it. I don't remember how riding was in Finland anymore. It's like that's just like what it is now.
Yep.
It's like I rode so many years there, so
Yeah.
it feels pretty normal. But if you when you put it that way, obviously it feels crazy.
Right. Yeah. If you're just tuning in, you're watching Eddie's Wall here with Iikka Backstrom. Thank you so much for writing in your questions. We really appreciate that. It makes this a lot more fun. Jake Williams, how do you feel about the state of shredding these days?
Oh, here we go. There's good and bad parts about it. I think there's some really cool young kids coming up, and there's a lot of this it's turning into a sport,
Yep.
which is what it was not when I started, but
Happy hour. Clearly
not.
was not a sport.
But what can you do about it? I mean, it's growing into a big sport.
Yep.
But I mean, as long as people still understand where it came from and try to kind of. I mean, I think it's kind of going back in the good zone again.
Yeah.
A little bit, but
Yeah.
yeah.
All right.
Whatever. I mean, I wish people rode more backcountry, I guess,
Right. Yeah.
because that's snowboarding
Yeah.
and its best element, I think.
Yeah. Tom John Hogg Leonardsowitz. You've got my name down so good, Eddie. Ha ha ha. I'm guessing. I'm picking up the sarcasm. Eddie Spang, what is something that you are bad at?
A lot of things I'm really bad at, and I hate doing them.
For example.
Pretty bad at golf. But actually, I'm decent,
Yeah.
I guess. Really bad at swimming. Holy
Oh,
shit.
really?
Yeah, and
But you surf a lot.
Yeah,
But you have the board, I suppose.
yeah. It's like a pontoon. Dude, I'm always holding on to that thing.
Yeah.
I don't want to. Yeah, I think I would be pretty bad at swimming. I need
Yeah.
to work on that.
Okay.
I've tried for 31 years.
Bill Cadell, do you actually enjoy hitting urban setups these days? Or do you hit? I know, when you guys are...
In the park, yeah, I'll hit them for
Right.
sure. And I would love to go on some of those rail trips
Yep.
that are kind of urban, not so much
A handrail.
30 flat 30 handrails.
But more just weird creative urban
Yeah,
stuff.
I think I'm super into that.
Yeah.
Looks cool.
Charles, Max, Moore, Iikka, you riding Park City this year?
This year?
Are you going to ride Park City at all?
Depends.
Just depends if you make your way
Yeah.
out to Utah.
Yeah.
Okay. Alexi Semenov. I love these names are awesome. It's never just like Joe Smith. It's crazy names. When did you start snowboarding, and when did you land your first trick that you considered was kind of a breakthrough skill-wise? Started riding when you were like 13.
Yeah. What was my...
Like a good trick, like maybe you learned back in the day when you were riding at Talma or one of those resorts, where you were like, oh, that was like,
I think
sick.
the backside rodeo.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
When that came out.
Okay.
And then I think I did a switch right away, too.
Yeah.
So I think that felt like, oh, cool.
Yeah. Yo, back rodeo is a pretty... Because that's full commitment. You're just like throwing backwards and then... Yeah. Jerry Lee Sasaroth. Craziest prank you've ever pulled?
Tough one. I'm not very good at pranks.
No?
No.
Okay.
But I'm sure I have something.
We have a few more questions and then like one or two more points I want to touch on. But Kyle Morris, what's your opinion on riding South America? Have you ever ridden in Chile? If so, best place to go and why?
Yeah, I've ridden in Chile and I love it.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
Valle Nevado or?
Yeah, I love riding there, but I love going down to Chillán.
Mm-hmm.
That's like south of Santiago. Like
and did you just did you ride resorts there or did you?
Yeah, the Chillán is a resort.
Okay.
What is it? Something Chillán.
Okay.
Termas, the Chillán. That resort is super fun because it's like little. Valle Nevado is a little open and like
a
lot of like rocks and stuff, but that resort kind of has like the smaller resort feel, and I love riding there. It's super cool.
Cool. Nick Olson. Best story from the Mountain Lab from both of you.
With Nick and myself?
Yeah.
I'll
tell you mine.
There's so many.
Well,
yeah.
I think one cool thing is they had a big party there during Sundance, and we met MySpace Tom.
Oh yeah.
Remember? But the funniest thing is that this was before I even had a MySpace. So I met him, and he's like, "Hi, I'm Tom," and everyone was freaking out. And I'm like, "I've never met this dude." And they're like, "He has like 1 million followers on MySpace." And
we did a human pyramid with him.
Yeah, and then we did a human pyramid with MySpace Tom.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, that was pretty insane.
But all the times with Nick, it was pretty awesome.
Yeah, good times up there. Johan Palmquist, still or Hakvarna?
Husqvarna.
Husqvarna.
Obviously.
Let's see, Sean Pettit. And do you like Chick-fil-A?
Oh, we went to Chick-fil-A yesterday. My friend Oliver really wanted me to try the Chick-fil-A.
Nice. Sean Pettit's like, pick up some beer on the way home today.
Yeah, it was good. It was good. A little different.
Let's see here. Wait. Oh, Alexi Semenov. Thank you, Eddie. I like my name too. But damn, my video lagged when you guys answered, and I only heard switch when it was going again. Guys, what was the trick and what age? Oh, so Iikka was about 13 or 14, and then the breakthrough trick was
backside
rodeo, and then he learned switch backside rodeo same day. Boom. Cohen Steiner, what are you looking forward to most this winter? Do you have a project you're working on this coming winter yet?
Don't really know. I have a little bit of an idea what I want to do, but I think what I'm looking forward to is hopefully Japan happens early on, so I can go to Japan and ride powder.
Yep.
And just looking forward to riding powder. And hopefully do some maybe throw in like a little urban trip in there.
Oh, don't call it a comeback. Kyle Martin. Hey, Kyle Martin. What's up, Kyle? I heard you ran into some jellyfish in Cabo. Do tell.
Oh my God. There's so many jellyfish in the water that day, and I hadn't gotten stung all day. And people just kept getting something, just yelling in the water. I'm like, holy shit, I'm getting so lucky here. I was sitting there with Curtis in the lineup, and my arm was in the water, and all of a sudden I started feeling this like burn on my wrist. And I looked, I'm like, jellyfish. And I flopped my arm up. The whole jellyfish flopped and hit me in the face.
The tentacles?
Everything.
Or just everything?
I don't know what hit, but it burned like motherfucker. It's just boom, right in the face. I look at Curtis, and the thing is still hanging off my wrist. I'm like, Curtis is like, I can't do anything. And I'm like, ah. Somehow wrap it off my wrist. And this dude's in the lineup. He's like, it's going to start burning a lot worse. I'm like, no shit, dude. I'm like, can't see. I start paddling and I get one wrapped around my leg again. It was a nightmare. I went to the beach. I couldn't, for like an hour, and I knew the piss thing. So
yeah,
I was ready. Everyone was surfing, so I was ready for anyone to piss on my face. It hurt so bad. I couldn't open my eyes. So I pissed behind this truck. I pissed on my hand, and I just splashing piss all over my face, like anything. But that doesn't work. It's only the heat of the piss.
Oh,
it's only the heat.
It would have been
works.
So much better though if you laid down and peed.
I would have done anything. So it hurt so bad, and for the rest of the night. Oh, then it's this
So you're
girl.
just peeing in your hand, and
Oh yeah. Well, it hurt so bad.
oh my gosh.
When this girl brought me this like liquid that I put and instantly start like kind of helping. But I had like a gnarly ass headache the whole night. It sucked.
Wow.
I don't wish that upon anyone.
All right, great question, Kyle. Andy Walker, bring back the Donkey Pro. I like that board.
I would love to. That's one of my favorite pro models, or my favorite pro model for sure. Thank you.
And Evan Ricker, last but not least, Iikka, you're a savage.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Evan. I fully agree with you. I mean, before we go, I think we touched on pretty much everything, but you just filmed this year a part with the Wildcats. Wildcats Never Die is the name of it.
Yep.
And that is going to be coming out this September or this...
October.
October 5th.
Early October.
Okay. Okay, it's coming out October 5th. Is the world premiere, and then after that it'll be rolling out. I think we're gonna have more dates and more teasers on transworld.com. Yeah. If you want to get notifications about when these live feeds come, just click this little button up over here to the right of Iikka's head. Click get notifications, and I think that's it. Any last words for our guests out there?
Stay in school.
Stay in school. Take it from Iikka because he dropped out, and look at him.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we're gonna have you sign the wall and throw me the marker. Oh my gosh! We hit the boom cam. Shake that up, and please put your hands together for Iikka Backstrom.
Thank you.
Thanks, dude. Thank you very much. Please sign the wall.